Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to some Red Dead Redemption 2, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'm super hyped. You're gonna find out, you're gonna know in this video I'm super hyped because I'm talking so much gobbledygook to a lot of you, I'm sure, and going all over the place that I'm just so excited. What can I say? But anyway, guys, welcome to Red Dead Redemption 2. This is my first video on it. I was gonna do a walkthrough, but I thought, you know what? I don't want to do a walkthrough. I don't. I feel like the game's been out for like a couple days for a lot of people, and there's so many walkthroughs online already. And I know each person who plays the game is gonna be a little bit different, but I just didn't think I needed a walkthrough. There's so many out there, and I'm going to be doing so many videos on this anyway. I think an hour walkthrough is just going to be boring. I'm just saying, okay, this is the way I make these decisions, right? I'm like, okay, so what do I want to watch right now of Red Dead? I don't want to watch an hour walkthrough. I want to watch like different, like how-to videos, side videos. How'd you do this? What's the deal with the horses? What's the deal with hunting? So that's what I'm going to make, because I can't see any of that online right now other than walkthroughs. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because that's what I'm into anyway. So that's what we're going to do in this video today, though, ladies and gentlemen. Since it's not a walkthrough, what is it? So this is a first impression video of me just talking about how the game starts and what I thought about it, what I think about it, every single little detail that I've seen in this game so far, which is a lot. It's absolutely mind-blowing. But we're gonna go over everything as far as horses, hunting, eating, getting fat, getting thin, clothes, different weather, just killing people, not killing people, witnesses, everything. And you're probably thinking, what is all that? You'll find out in this video, I hope. But I've just recorded the video, so I know exactly what I'm talking about in this video, and I just wanted to say it's great, but I totally forgot to even say what I thought of the game, I think. So I think it's incredible. I'm gonna throw it in here, and I think it's incredible. I think the details are incredible. I think that the mechanics are incredible. I mean, could you get the idea that I think this game's incredible? Am I giving away too much? No, but it is insane. It is absolutely insane, and it's supposed to be even better on the Xbox One X, true 4K. I don't know. I'm not gonna play it on the Xbox One X. I've already paid for it on my PS4 Pro, and that is what we're playing on here, ladies and gentlemen. But it's insane. I love it. I love it. The details are amazing. It is it's just incredible. We've been waiting 8 years for this, Rockstar, and I think they've delivered. You can definitely tell it's a Red Dead game, obviously, but it feels very much like the original Red Dead. There's just a lot of new details that they added. You know when you play a game and you wish like, oh, they should have done this or they should have done that? That is what's happened with this game. Everything that you wish they should have done in the first one, they've done in this one. Just like in GTA. I played every single GTA from when it was 2D, but I remember playing like GTA 3 or GTA Vice City and being like, oh, how cool would it be if you could lock your car? Or how cool would it be if you could play online with people? And back then, it was a complete distant theory, and then here we are with GTA 5 where you can do absolutely, yeah, you could fly on a jet bike, for God's sakes. But anyway, I digress. We're gonna jump into this video. I forgot where I start, so you're just gonna have to find out here in a second. But I hope you enjoy. If you do, you know what to do. Anyway, enjoy the video. So let's start off with how the game started, and we'll go from there. So it actually sparked a little memory in me, because the game started off in a blizzard. Like, it's an absolute crazy blizzard, snowstorm, and the graphics and details are so, they're pristine. You've got snow, and you can see your snow, like, footprints. It's, like, up to your knees. So detailed, but it also sparked a memory in me from the last Rockstar game, which is Grand Theft Auto 5. If you guys remember the beginning intro of that game, you're also in like a snowstorm blizzard, and it looked beautiful. It really did look good, but unfortunately in that game it was more of a flashback mission, and that was not available in the full game. It was just available for that first bit. It would have been super cool if they had like a snowy area of that map, but unfortunately it was just the intro. But on this game, oh no. It is fully immersive. It's just beautiful. You're walking around with a lantern, and it's like lighting up the snow. You can see the little like ice crystals reflecting in the snow. It just looks so good, guys. It looks so good. I like the graphics. I'm blown away. And they say it's going to be even better on the Xbox One X. I have an Xbox One X, but I'm not buying a game on both consoles, okay? We're playing on the PS4 Pro if you don't know what I'm playing on. And yeah, first impressions, beautiful. So we're going through this snowstorm, fleeing from people. We're running away from people, and we get lost, right? So we're looking for shelter. We end up finding a mining town, like an old abandoned mining town, and we kind of take over that. There's a few buildings that are still, you know, livable, I guess you could say. But while the rest of the camp, the rest of the gang, is inside of this old mining town, myself, Arthur, so we play Arthur, and then Dutch, who's the leader of the gang, and then a few other members of the gang go out to see if we can find anything else that's more suitable for us to live in for the short period of time. And we stumble across another place, and we ended up getting to our first bit of action. Some fighting, some shooting, and it... It was great. It was confusing at first because the game's like UI didn't recognize where I was standing, if that makes sense. Like it kept saying, go into the horse barn. And I would be in the horse barn, and it would keep yelling at me to go into the horse barn, and eventually something clicked in the game, and it was like, okay, good, you're in the horse barn. I was like, okay. So that was a little annoying, but that's just a little glitch. I'm not too worried about that. And then we got into our first fist fight, and I'm going to be telling you guys a lot of details in this video, because there's so many in this game. But our first fist fight we get into, you're given the opportunity at the end, because you basically interrogate this guy. You're punching him and punching him and punching him in the face, and you get to choose whether to choke him out and kill him, or to let him go. And for those of you who don't know, in Red Dead Redemption 2, every single decision you make will affect the game. Not in like a huge way, it won't affect the main story or anything like that, but it will affect the game in the sense, if there's witnesses, like that guy, for example, you know, we took out his gang, and he was the last sole survivor, so he was the only witness. He could actually come back later on in the game as some sort of like side mission or bounty or rival gangs trying to get to us. So every decision you make affects the rest of the game. Now, if I would have killed this person and took away this witness, it would just make you seen in more of like, not necessarily a negative light, but definitely more of an outlaw, and it would change the way your kill cams are displayed at the end of games. Yes, there's kill cams, so if you do like an amazing headshot to somebody, or it does kill cams, it does it automatically for you, and from what I've seen so far, it's random. But if you are more honorable, the kill cams will look more honorable. But if you're more of like an outlaw and like mean, the kill cams will look a lot more down and dirty. So depending on how you want to play the game for honor, or as an absolute badass outlaw, that also affects the game. So that kind of stemmed into the next point that I wanted to talk about anyway, was, you know, killing people or not witnesses. I basically just said that. But it's also in the game, not just in the missions. Like I say, that guy, I decided not to kill him. It was the end of the mission, and I ended up letting him go. But it also, if you get yourself into just gunfights in general while walking around the map, like if you get into a gunfight and your wanted bar goes up or something like that, if there's witnesses that see what you did, they will run away. And it's up to you. Do you chase after these witnesses and kill them? Or do you let them live? And that, if you let them live, you know, you can get a bounty on your head. They'll know what you look like. You can put a bandana like over your face to help cover and mask yourself so people can't recognize you. See what I'm saying though? The details in this game is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that you can wear a bandana and it helps disguise you, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So talking about like gunfights and things like that, you still have the same mechanics as Red Dead Redemption 1. You know, you can do the slow-mo, I forget what it's called, Deadeye, I believe it's called. And you can do Deadeye, and you can still slow down time and like aim where you want, and then as soon as it speeds up, it's like boom, boom. You still have that. In this game, you can shoot hats off people. Like if you just miss their head, their hat will fly off. And the same thing happens to you. Your hat will fly off, and you have to, you know, find your hat and pick it up if you want to keep it. Or I think it will automatically default into your horse's storage, right? The storage that you have on your horse. But you can pick up hats of the fallen. Like if you shoot at somebody and their hat falls off, you can take their hat and boom, bada bing, that is now your hat. You can like still loot people's bodies, but in this game the looting is it's a lot more realistic. You don't just tap, you know, you don't just tap the sides of their body and, you know, you get it. You literally like grab their bodies and lift them up and go through. It's way more detailed, and we'll go into that as well when we talk about skinning animals. So also going off of getting in gunfights, like your clothes aren't just like visual. They're not just, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not just part of your character that you can't necessarily change. So basically what I'm saying is, you know, if you get shot, you get blood on you, you're going to have that blood on you until you like wash, until you bathe, or until I think you go to sleep. It may clean you up, but you have to bathe. You have to go to like, there's baths inside of hotels, there's a bathing station like inside of your own camp, and it's, if you're in snow or mud, you'll get absolutely filthy and muddy, and you'll look like that, and you'll stink, and people will like even talk about it like, oh, you need to like bathe. It's so detailed. And talking about the camp and like this bathing situation at the camp, you know, at the camp we have food. We have a butcher, a cook that makes food, stew that you can eat every couple of days. And when you eat the food, it increases your health. You have little tiny, these are, I wouldn't even call them side missions. They're chores. That's literally what they're called, chores within inside of your camp, where you have to, you know, pick up the hay and take it over to where the horses are to feed the horses. You have to carry buckets of water around the camp so that, you know, you can fill up the wash basin. All these teeny tiny little details isn't even the start of what you can do at this camp. You have to go hunting for your camp. So the cook, the chef, can make the food. So you have to go hunt deer, anything basically, so he can cook food. And then you throw the deer on the back of your horse, go back to camp. You have to contribute to the camp. So you can give the camp money, you can give the camp food, you can give the camp jewelry, things like that, so the camp gets stronger. And that, again, is still the beginning. You can completely customize the camp. Like, you can go in and customize it. Like, you can do just cosmetic things to the camp. You can get new rugs, you can get new, like, tabletops, you can get new... and a lot of this comes from, like, the butcher, by the way. So let's say you hunt an animal, you know, that deer skin can be used as, like, a rug. Well, probably not a deer skin, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the skins of the animals you skin will become like rugs or mats or seat covers or table covers. The skulls of animals that you kill can become like little just fixtures that are all over the map. It's super cool, and I wasn't going to get into that right now, but we've already got into it, so we're not going to talk about that again. But that, again, just the teeny customization. Well, it's not teeny, it's absolutely massive. But that is just a tiny portion. That is just your camp, which you know what I mean? That's just at your camp. You have so much to do. And to do all of that stuff, all of that customization to your camp, it would take hours and hours and days. And that's not even part of the story. You don't even have to do that. You get what I'm saying? It's absolutely insane. So just as I was saying about, you know, washing yourself, you know, you get muddy, you get stinky, you get dirty. You have to bathe yourself in order to look better, feel better. And when I say feel better, I really mean it. Because when you're dirty, your health won't generate as fast. And this goes the same way for your horse. If your horse is dirty and hasn't been groomed or cleaned, it will not react the same way that it usually was. It takes a longer time for it to build up its stamina. It may get spooked a lot quicker, and we'll get into the horses in a minute because they're a whole different kettle of fish. But in order to clean your horse, you can either groom it, or you can just simply go walk through the river. Walk through any water and it'll clean off the horse. Yes, your horses get dirty. Yes, it is ridiculous. Is it amazing? Yes, it is. So, talking about hunting, I was just talking about in the camp, you have to hunt for food. You can also hunt just to get pelts, which is the skins that you can sell in almost any village around the map. You can sell these things for money. And also, you can eat the meat while you're on your journeys around the map if you get hungry, because you need to eat in order to get your health up. But now, I just want to say real quick, when I heard about this originally, I thought to myself this was going to be ridiculous. I was like, I cannot be bothered playing a game where I have to make sure I have food on me just to survive. Like, I don't want to be playing a survival game here. Like, but it's not. It's not like that. It is kind of like a survival game, but very tamed down, but also not tamed down. It's got everything in this game. But yeah, the food's not as big a deal as I thought it was going to be. Yes, it will help, you know, increase your health or stamina or things like that. And you can also, like, do chewing tobacco or smoke cigarettes, which will increase your dead eye, which is the slow-mo. Guys, there's a thing for everything. You literally have potions for your horses. So, to bring your horses back to life, you have food. I'll get into the horses in a bit. I'm sidetracking. But anyway, hunting. That's what I was talking about. We were talking about the pelts and things like that. So, you can hunt, obviously. Different areas of the map are going to have different animals. There's actually 50 different animals in this game. I lied! There's 178! What is life? Are you seeing this? 2 of 178 animals discovered. 2 of 178 for you to discover. And I don't think that even includes fish. I could be wrong on that. It could include fish, and it most likely does because 50 is quite a lot. But you have fish, you have bears, you have deers, you have foxes, you have rabbits, you have, like, badgers, you have birds. You name it, this game's got it, right? And to hunt these things, so specifically, I was hunting a deer. And hopefully I have a clip that's playing in the background here. But if you hold down L2R2, right? If you're aiming and you press L2R2, that goes into Deadeye. So, you know, it slows things down so you can shoot people. But if you hold L2R2 while not aiming down sights, while you're holding a bow and arrow, it will help you track where your prey is going, right? You can see like a little blue slither, which is their scent, so you can see which direction they're going. Then you can hold down, I think it's R1, and it'll make their footsteps like illuminate so you can track them. And then let's say you get to a deer. You obviously can't get too close to a deer because you'll startle it, it'll run away. So what you have to do is while you're, you know, aiming at it, you can press square, I think it was, square or circle, and you whistle. And when you whistle, the deer's head pops up. Because it's like, it wants to listen, right? So it's there, it's eating, you press square, its head pops up, and then you can shoot it. And don't think that you can just hunt animals willy-nilly, easy peasy. No. Like, there's different ranges of hunting animals. Like, you can get a clean kill, like an amazing kill. You can get like a poor kill. And all of these things affect the prices or the quality of the meat, or the quality of the hind and things like that. So you want to get a perfect headshot or in the neck to get a good kill. If you get them in the body, or if you miss them and you have to kill them or shoot them multiple times, it ruins like the meat, it ruins the skins on them, and you just won't get as much money, or the food won't be as good. It's that detailed. The same goes for which weapon you use to kill them. Like if you use a shotgun versus a bow and arrow, the shotgun is gonna maybe easier to kill them with a shotgun, but it's gonna ruin the meat because you're gonna have multiple bullet wounds all over the animal. You guys get where I'm going with this? It's very detailed in hunting. Like you, and not only, I'm saying how you can hold down those two buttons and it'll show you their scent, so you can follow where they are. You actually smell. You, as Arthur, smell, and certain animals can smell you coming. And when you hold down L2R2, not L2R2, sorry, L3R3, you actually, like, you can see your own scent. You can see which way the wind's blowing, so you want to make sure you're upstream versus downstream. And it's that detailed, and it is absolutely insane. That's all I'm going to talk about with hunting, because I'm going to make videos on all of these things eventually. But this is just a complete overview of everything that I've witnessed in the 5 hours that I've played it. Guys, before we actually leave hunting, there's a couple things I wanted to talk to you guys that just stood out to me and I thought was super cool. So animals left on your horse will eventually start to decompose. Be sure to sell or butcher and cook them before this happens. Like straight up, if you leave it on your horse, it'll decompose into a slushy, just dead animal or bones. If you shoot an animal and leave it on the floor, it will also decompose. This is actually a good tactic if you're trying to get bears or alligators or wolves. If you're hunting those three things, or bigger animals that, you know, eat other animals, what's a good technique is to, let's say, kill a deer, carry it on your horse to the location where these bears are roaming, and you can drop it on the floor and just leave it there, hide out in a bush with a bow and arrow, and it's gonna come. Like, these animals are attracted to dead carcasses. It is insane. The detail in that is absolutely ridiculous. If you don't know where these menus are that show you all of this, all you have to do is go into help in the main menu. Right here, and there's all these help different things, but this one was going to be activities and hunting, and you have literally, you can see there's hunting, there's fishing, it teaches you how to play poker, all of these things. But anyway, let's carry on with the video. So let's say you get into a bunch of gunfights, right? Or you find new guns or things like that. You're gonna have to clean your gun. Now, you can inspect your gun, you can clean your gun, and you should clean your gun, because if you don't clean your gun, the gun's reliability will reduce over time, meaning it won't be as reliable, it won't reload as fast, maybe it'll jam. Don't quote me on the jamming thing, but I'm assuming maybe it'll jam, because I think they did that in Red Dead. But you have to clean your weapon. Now, you can clean your weapon by holding down, I think, R3 and square or something like that. I'm sure I have it up on screen right now showing you exactly what I'm talking about. And it does, the gun looks dirty, you clean it, it looks clean, and you see the durability going up. You also see, like, there's a red sections that hopefully I'm showing on screen here, otherwise I'm sounding like a complete lunatic. But, like, the range will go down, the damage will drop, all of these things will drop if you're using a dirty weapon. And one of the ways your weapon can get ruined or dirtied is by if you walk through water. Like, water will damage your weapon, which in reality makes sense. You wouldn't, like, walk, well, I don't know, I don't have a gun or anything like that, but I'm assuming it would rust the gun, it would do things like that. So walking through streams and dirty mud will ruin your weapon, and you will have to clean it. So that's another little detail which is just absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to more of like your camp, where we're gonna talk about your health, your looks, and your clothes. So this one is super interesting. It's kind of like GTA 5 in the sense you can completely customize your character now. You can't change his face. Well, or can you? No, you can't change like the look of his face as far as features go. Like just the look of his face, you know what I mean? But you can, so you can shave. You can shave. So my character, you start off with a teeny little stubble, and it just grows. It slowly grows as the game goes on. As time goes by, your beard will grow. I haven't shaved at all during this, because I kind of want that big mountain grizzly big beard look going on. But you can shave it. You can get clean shave. You can cut your hair. You can gel your hair back with pomade. Like... It's, again, it's so detailed. It's not like Grand Theft Auto in a sense. Remember in Grand Theft Auto, you could go into the barbershop with a skinhead and you can get a haircut to have long hair. It doesn't work like that in this game. You can't go in and get longer hair or a longer beard. If you go to a barbershop, all they can do is cut it. It's more realistic, and if you want it to grow out, you just got to play the game and let it grow by itself, and then you can style it again. Very, very detailed. I love it. So that's what you can do to your face. But now clothing, kind of like GTA, in a sense where you can mix and match and you can create your own outfits. And by create your own, I don't mean physically like build your own. I mean you can choose and mix and match things. But not only that, guys, with the outfits, not only can you change your outfits, you literally, what you wear depicts how you are going to play this game. And this is what I mean by that. When you go into the menu, there's certain things that are hot weather clothing, there's cold weather clothing, there's medium weather clothing, and all of these things make a difference, because if you go into the frost and the snow and the rain, it's going to hurt you and damage you and make you a lot slower if you're wearing warm weather clothing. You need to be wearing big woolly coats. And the same goes for if you're in the desert and you're wearing big woolly coats. You're going to be boiling, your health's going to drain, it's going to slow you down. Absolutely ridiculous, but I absolutely love it. So while I've been talking, I realized originally I was talking about the story and kind of where we were going, and then I kind of totally went off to all these little details, which I wasn't planning on doing, but we ended up, I'm sure you've already seen by now, the camp, right? So we went from the snow, we ended up leaving, we found our own camp, and now it's daylight and sunny, and it's not snowing. Just thought I'd throw that in there, because that's originally where I was going with this, but I totally went off. Do you blame me? So finally, one of the final things I'm going to talk about here, and I'm pretty sure this is the final thing before I end this video, is horse. So your horse is your companion, right? Like in GTA, you can buy a car, you can take it to the pay and spray, you can get new wheels, you can get new paint jobs, new all of this. Can you do that with your horse? In a sense, yes. Obviously, you can't get wheels for your horse. Or can you? No, you can't. But your horse, you can buy different horses. You can buy and sell horses. You can find horses in the wild and tame them yourself. But aside from being able to grab them yourself from the wild, or aside from being able to buy and upgrade your horses as far as getting bigger, stronger, faster horses, aside from all of that, which is incredible, by the way, just owning the horse in general. Now, you get like loyalty with your horse. Your horse learns to love you, you learn to love your horse, and there's different stages, and as you unlock different stages, you get to do, I wouldn't say tricks, but they are kind of tricks. Like, you can like rear the horse, you can skid your horse, you can basically like drift your horse. I know it sounds weird, but you can do all of these things with your horses as your trust and companionship grows with your horse. So what is this companionship? So they call it bonding, and I'm going to read this from their actual help section in Red Dead. As you spend time with your horse, you will develop a bond of trust and understanding with it. There are 4 levels of bonding. As bonding increases, your horse's health and stamina increases. You're able to call your horse from a greater distance during combat. So basically, remember how you whistle for your horse? If it's too far away and you haven't built up like a good bond with it, it won't hear you. But as you increase your bond, the distance will increase. Your horse will cross deeper water and navigate more challenging ground. And your horse will become more difficult to steal. So people can steal your horses, but if it's if you got a bond with it, not today, boys, not today. So talking about like cross deeper water and navigate more challenging ground. Like, that's insane. Like, you don't realize when you start playing this, but as you know, let's say you're running through a river or something when you first get in the game, and you're like, oh my god, okay, obviously you can't do this because my horse doesn't work like this. It does! You just have to get used to it a little bit more. You gotta bond with your horse to increase those things. So I definitely recommend reading this because it has all the stats, all the details and things like that on here that you need, like feeding, saddling, stables, stuff like that. But like I was saying, as far as horses, they can get spooked, right? If they hear gunfire or loud noises, they'll get spooked and they will kind of like rear around and they won't know what to do. You have to literally, while you're on them, hold down L3, I think it is, I don't know. And you literally pat them on the neck while you're riding them. Say, hey boy, shh, good girl, whatever male, female it is. And you literally calm your horse down. Now, in order to increase your bonding, you can feed the horse, you can ride the horse, or you can pet the horse or groom the horse. But petting the horse, I think, is the best one to do it, because you literally like, hey, atta girl, oh, good little horsey borsey. Not quite like that, but you get what I'm saying. And the horse, you can see the marker, like on the top right, pops up like a horse with a plus symbol. And it's great. Your horse can get fat if you overfeed it. Your horse can get too skinny if you don't feed it enough. Like, there's just so much with these goddamn horses. And not only that, you can make it so, as far as being customizable, so that's your horse. You have to look after it just like yourself, because you can get too fat and too skinny as well. But your horse can get too fat, too skinny. You need to clean your horse in the river or groom it. You need to ride it to build up that bond. You need to pet it to build up that bond. You have to feed it. You have to exercise it. But with that aside, as far as customization, you can buy different saddles, different stirrups, all of these cool things. You can braid your horse's tail. You can change the hair. You can give it a mohawk. You can give it like guys, the customization is insane. Now, I've talked about a lot in this video, and I hope it hasn't been too overwhelming. But hopefully you can see how excited I am. Hopefully that comes across in this video, and you can understand why I'm not doing a walkthrough. There's just so much going on that I literally have to play for 5 hours to like just get it all together, and I couldn't make a video for 5 hours long. You guys are getting bored, so that's why I'm trying to pull it all together. This is going to be a long video because it's my first one, but going forward they'll be shorter. Everything that I've talked about in this video, as far as hunting, as far as horses, as far as shaving, as far as all of these things I've talked about, I will make individual videos on these, but I just wanted to do a very brief overview of everything that I've seen so far, and everything that I wanted to tell you, because that is what this video is about. And I apologize if I've been all over the place. I apologize if, you know, certain scenes didn't match up with what I'm talking about. I'm going to try and put it together. I'm literally talking about this, and then I'm going to find clips to go in the background, so whatever you watched, I'm going to try and make it so it makes sense in the background. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions about this game, please leave them in the comments down below. I will definitely respond to them because I'm so excited about this game. I respond to every single comment. I read every single comment. I'm going to be playing this game like crazy. I literally played until 4 AM, I've told you guys this morning, and I got into bed at 4, and then I put on a live stream of Red Dead Redemption 2 because I wasn't done. So I literally fell asleep watching it. I was like, alright, if I'm not going to play it, I'm going to fall asleep watching it, and that's what I did. So I'm obsessed with this game right now. I'm going to try and balance Fortnite, Black Ops, and this game. Fortnite's been annoying me recently. The Fortnitemares, I do not like it. I'm just going to be honest about that. But anyway, guys, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know if there's any specific videos you want me to make on Red Dead Redemption 2. Or any other video game, really. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is the topic of this video, obviously. And if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you liked it, guys. Hey, subs, like the video. And new people, like the video. And yeah, turn on the notifications if you want to see when I upload more videos, ladies and gentlemen, because it is now, it's about 1 PM, and I am literally going to edit this video together. It should be up around 3 PM. And I'm literally just going to jump back on and play for another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. Because that's my life now, guys. That's my life. So anyway, if you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. I wasn't joking though. That is 100% my life now.